For the longest time now, I've been caught up with the Attack on Titan manga. It's one of the few shows that I would consider a 10 out of 10. Attack on Titan does so many things right, and that's what I wanted to highlight throughout this video. But before we get into that, please like and subscribe for future content like this. If this video has more likes, then the video will be pushed out more and lead me to possibly be able to make this into a job one day. Anyway, it's time to get into the video. If you haven't seen Attack on Titan yet, this video will contain major spoilers, so please proceed with caution, and yeah, enjoy. I believe there are a few key things an anime needs to pull off to be considered good, which Attack on Titan obviously pulled off amazingly. These few things are suspense, characters, and fights, whether this be psychological or physical. Even anime like Chunibyo can have fights through body language and personal struggle. The last two things to me that make it an amazing anime, almost like a recipe of some sorts, is good OSTs and a good first episode. Starting off with, ironically, the first episode category, which to me is one of the most important of the essentials. This is what hooks you into a series and can affect both experience and mood throughout the show. Because if you go into it with the bad view of the show from the first few episodes, it will be hard to alter and change your mind. This is why shows like Angel Beats or Steins Gate aren't as popular as shows like Code Geass or Death Note. Now, obviously, publishers come into effect here. However, I know a lot of people who didn't continue a lot of anime just because the first episodes are very boring. With all that out of the way, I'm glad to tell you, Attack on Titan, to me, has the greatest first episode in anime. Starting off by showing you the horrors of the Attack on Titan world and the very small amount of troops coming home, to Eren telling soldiers that Titans might break through the wall one day, and being dismissed, and after all that, the Titans do break through and take out a large majority of the population and his mom, leading Eren to form a hatred for Titans and giving us the reason he has such a drive to join the Survey Corps. Now yes, this sounds like an entire few episodes of an anime condensed in one episode, which might make you think it has a pacing issue. However, this isn't the case, and the first episode is paced excellently with no parts feeling too long or too short, which is a flaw with many other anime. Sword Art Online. Now let's get into suspense, and this is the most suspenseful show I have ever seen, and has some of the moments that I still go back to and watch which still give me goosebumps. Like here, watch this scene, and tell me it didn't make you hype, because for me, it sure did. Whether it's built through exposition or straight up badass on the spot moments and the wonderful fights that this show has, this show is very suspenseful. They make simple character reveals turn into a moment that will get you as hyped as Kazuya when he gets a pretend date with a girl after emptying his bank account. For these facts, I believe this show to be the most suspenseful I have ever seen. When it comes to fights, surprisingly for a shonen anime, Attack on Titan doesn't have a ton between main characters. Whenever it does have a fight, however, it is absolutely amazing. From Eren versus Annie to Zeke versus Levi Part 2. This show has absolutely amazing fights with badass moments, like look at this shit. However, my favorite fight is between Kenny and Levi. The most interesting thing in the show, to me, was how the fuck was Levi so strong, and everything in the Kenny arc solved it. It showed a parental figure in Levi's life who ends up dying and fighting by his side. This had so much mystery and just made the show so much more hype. Since each character has their own theme song, I'll put both categories together. First of all, Levi gets more girls than I do, and he's a fucking anime character. And shit, I can't even fucking blame them. I'm trying to get that shit too. Regardless, Levi is insanely fun to watch and is a complete badass, and he was already my favorite character after season 1 due to all the suspense and mystery around finding out who he was and how he became so powerful. I was super worried it would let me down, but I was worried for nothing because his backstory was amazing. Levi is one of my all-time favorite characters and a lot of people's favorites too. Moving on to more than likely the most complex character in the show, Eren. I used to hate him genuinely as a person, not as a character, but He was just super annoying to me. However, when he grew up and matured, and around season 2 to 3-ish, the manga counterpart for those seasons as well, is when I truly started loving his character. He goes from this annoying kid who only sees things as black and white to this mature kid making cold decisions and killing people as a result of the environment he grew up in. He's a genius character, and him maturing over the story had a greater impact on his character development. The last character I wanted to look at is the person who went from my waifu to my boy, Mikasa Ackerman. She was also one of my favorite characters in the show, and her being obsessed with Eren due to their childhood added a layer of love from the fanbase to her. I completely understand it, and even with scenes like when Eren and Mikasa almost die before Eren gets his ability to transform back are truly special. These characters are all perfectly fitted with their themes as well. Attack on Titan has one of, if not the best OST in anime, with themes that literally have opera in them, turning into epic goosebump-giving themes. These themes being mixed into scenes like Reiner and Bertzel revealing themselves, as well as scenes like Annie not going down the tunnel or insane, and help to build suspense. The reveal of different Titan shifters and Judases in the show makes everything flow better and adds a theme that might subvert expectation, which was the perfect idea for the show. Now that I'm wrapping up, thank you so much for watching, and if we hit 50 likes on this video, I'll make a video on the end of Attack on Titan when it comes out. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some sleep because editing will be crazy and I have a ton of hard classes. See ya.